guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So we're going for a relationship conference. So we're there now.
Don't let this external person form or dictate your character. If you were not going to slap him in the first place, don't let the fact that he's slapping you make you slap him. To put it in more graphic form, if a dog bites you, don't bite the dog. The dog is doing what is natural to it, which is biting people, but it's not normal for a human being. If you follow your feelings, it's justifiable to bite the dog because it first beat you. Me too, I have teeth. It's not only you that can bite. But when you are biting a dog, they will call, when they put that thing mental, this one, something is wrong. Not that the dog biting you was right, but you can't act in your feelings. So you hear things like, a soft answer, turn it away. You hear things like, don't be overcome with evil, instead of overcome evil with good. Baseline, what the Bible is saying is, don't let your feelings dictate what you do. If you're going to be successful in marriage, in relationships, you must get to the stage where you consciously recognize this is my feeling stuff. And it's not true. It's not always true. It's not always right. Is somebody get what I'm saying? Yes. How many of you here, your feelings have pushed you into doing something and later you regret it? Has it happened to you before? Yes. Your feelings are real. Nobody is saying your feelings are not real. You must just be mature and knowledgeable and experienced and conscious enough to realize that it's not everything I feel that I must act on. My action and my feeling must be different. Your feelings are real, but they don't last. They are not wired to last. That's why you cannot make a permanent decision based on a temporary feeling. Because it's not meant to last. I set my eyes on you. You know, I knew you were the love of my life. And all these funny things we say. They say 50% of those things will end in divorce. Now, that is not even the true statistics. The true statistics is that even among the 50 that is left, a lot of them, what they are doing still cannot be called marriage. They are just suffering through it. Sometimes what is holding those remaining 50 together is not that they are happy. Is that some of them are too broke to divorce. Because divorce is expensive, I hope you know this. Yes, some of them are going to find it hard to handle the kids alone. So they're just cooperating. I mean, I've counseled couples that there was domestic violence. The woman said, I'm leaving. I can't take it anymore. And she left. And 2 months after of her paying rent by herself and taking care of the kids, she called me. I want to go back. Let me talk to my husband. That is somebody that was being physically abused. Wow. But the financial strain is too much. I get what I'm saying. So a lot of people even stay. And not even stay because they have. They stay because they have nowhere to go. 50% of this feeling-based relationship ends in divorce. But when you do it, when it's arranged marriage, and now what am I saying? I'm not saying you should just get somebody to arrange you a wife. That's not the concept, okay? But the concept here in the arranged setting, what it usually means is that it's not a totally emotional decision. That's the real context. The real context, especially in the olden days, how people pick wives is that number one, they involve other knowledgeable, experienced people. This one is a love, and he has no experience. The first fine girl or fine boy he sees, he wants to marry. But this one is an old man that has lived for a while. He knows what it takes, what a good wife should look like, what a good husband should look like. So by the time a few of them come together and want to look for a wife for this guy, they are not allowing this guy just pick any fine girl he sees. These ones are investigating the family of the girl or the boy, because that's a major factor. I usually say, it's your normal. You know what's normal to you is from your house. It's not normal globally. I don't get what I'm saying. A lot of things you call normal, it's not normal, it's just normal in your family. There are many families where when they speak, they yell, they shout, that's at the top. How are you, John, my man, fool? It's greeting. Insult is greeting. Nobody's upset, nobody's angry. This is how they yell. They all talk as if they have hearing problem. Have you seen those families before? They just yell. Nobody talks normally. Then in some families, they whisper. And I've seen 2 people like that get married, and the marriage ended. I mean, there was a time when he yelled so much at her, she weed herself. Because it really made her nervous. So I'm not joking. It made her nervous because she's come from a family where they don't think anybody whisper. And they're hearing themselves. But the guy came from a family where they are rugged. So your normal is not normal. So these guys, somebody like me, I came from a family where we're 5 boys, no girl. 5 boys. If you go with 5 boys, you are. It will take the grace of God for you not to be emotionally emotionally existent. You don't even exist emotionally. These 5 rugged boys. Then the only woman in my house who was supposed to bring some feminine energy, she was in the army. My mother is an ex-soldier, so she doesn't count. She's part of the boys. Ex-soldier. So all of us are very manly. The way boys treat a case, you don't cry. With 5 boys, that's when they will finish you. They will laugh at you for crying. How many of you know what I'm talking about? When you find new love, and you know distance is too far. You say it's not just London, it's just one train. This same person, when you marry them, they can't come from the sitting room to the it's too far. Come and help me. But when they are in that excitement mode, nowhere is too far. No sacrifice is too much. Because there is emotionally powered. But this will not last. When this now fades, you must go back to this. As move from emotional love to intentional love. So what does this mean? This means you start doing certain things, not because you feel like, but because you know that you have to do it. You start doing things that will make your partner like you. You improve or increase your likability. Any marriage can work. So there are always 3 stages: emotional high, emotional low, then intentional emotional high. Emotional high is natural. It comes with any new thing. When you get a new job, when you first move to the UK, remember when you come to the UK? You know how I said anywhere? I'm coming to the UK! You're going to the UK, man! You are buying jacket! In it, you were happy. I'm leaving this Nigeria. You thought of all this, smooth. You were excited. When life began to happen, at some point you're wondering, am I sure I'm in the right place? How many of you know what I'm talking about? So you always start with emotional high, but emotional high always without fail leads to emotional low. So the same thing with the church. When you go to a new church, I've been a pastor for close to 30 years. When I see some new members, they come first day, say, Pastor, I love this church. This is my church. I finally found my home. I'm old enough to know that they're just excited. Stay a bit first. We'll revisit this conversation. After a few months in the church, when the ushers have dealt with you, when the choir have gossiped about you, when the pastor has ignored you, we'll know whether you want to stay. Because emotional high always follows emotional low. Everything in life, when you got a first job, something, you're excited to go to work. When you have done that work for a job for 1 year. So, Monday again. I don't know what I'm doing in this country. It's cold. This cold doesn't kill me, I kill myself. Emotional high always brings emotional low, and many people stay on that low. And they divorce their spouse or break up with their girlfriend or boyfriend to go and find another emotional high. Because new love is always sweet. The beginning stage is where you don't know each other. When you're gisting all the time. When you're asking or you have many questions to ask. But no matter who you date, that cycle will still pass and come to emotional low. The way to get out of an emotional low is to now do intentional emotional high. The difference is that the first emotional high, you were not in control of it. Because you didn't start it, it means you can't determine how long it will last. By itself, it can go because you didn't start it. But the intentional emotional high, you started it. You are doing the things it takes. Now, so you are consciously acting lovingly to your partner. So you now learn things like kindness. Everybody responds well to kindness. So you learn to be kind. You learn politeness. You know, there are people that when they talk to their partner, they are so rude, so harsh. She can never be happy. Because you never talk normally, you always shout. Some couples, every conversation is based on irritation. They never have a normal conversation. It's so you won't cook in this house. It's so negative all the time. So you won't clean up. So we don't, we. That's all the conversations. So no politeness, no kindness, no Your sensitivity. You are sensitive to know that, oh, this woman has been at work all day. She'll be tired. Hey, don't worry, I'll fix dinner. You understand? Please tell me the things I need to get from the grocery store, I'll get it. Even without her asking. So that's sensitivity. As a lady too, you are learning to know that men communicate and receive information differently from how women do. Is somebody get what I'm saying? So you understand that men love respect. Men always love to be spoken to respectfully. Sometimes from any different part of the world, say, Pastor, you're the only one that can save this marriage. See pressure. I'm not joking. I had a client that had divorced. She paid somebody $600,000. She paid the extra one, $600K. So you know she's a millionaire. For them to say you are going to pay the man $600K US. So they bring all the hard cases. When they think a case cannot be said, who can we look for? They say, look for Pastor K. He can solve it. And then they locate me, they schedule a session, and they tell me the problem. My hardest part of the job is telling people that this marriage is dead on arrival. It's dead. You know why? Because a lot of those issues are foundational issues. You know how many floors this building is? Imagine somebody comes now, you're the best architect, they say, this building is cracking from the roots. Come and repair it. The only way to repair it is to just start again. Because when I go into the foundation, why did you pick this person? Why did you marry this guy? Why did you marry this girl? You now know that if the foundation is faulty, say, what can they write? I was so happy I walked in there and said, hey, tell me what happened. Just be projecting with, yes, wow. That's all. I want to say, you know that my colleague, Linda, you know her, right? Guys, you know Linda. You know Linda. Oh, who's Linda? You know Linda? Yes. We know Linda. Linda's sister, Rachel. You know that one? Yes. I know her whole family. Just continue.
So my question is, how do you separate red flags that are wrong foundations to get into a relationship with to red flags that you can still work with because no one is perfect?
All right, that's a good question.
Wow.
But I think what you're saying is, how do you deal with red flags? How do you use red flags to work with? It is really up to you. Some things are not negotiable. Meanwhile, some things are things we can work on.
Can you imagine?